acknowledges these truths as crucial for building and fostering mutual respect and connection across all barriers of heritage and difference. Please take a moment to pay respects to elders, past and present, and many legacies of violence, displacement, migration, and settlement that brought us together here today.
Please take a moment to reflect on your duties as senators. All right, next on the agenda will be roll call. Please make sure that you have come up and signed your name onto our lovely list. The journal clerk interns will be taking the roll call today. So if you haven't signed in yet, feel free. We'll give you about 10 seconds here. If during the meeting your friends come in, Senator Altapa?
Oh wait, I have a question of privilege. Is the projector supposed to be on there?
No, sir. Today we will be using no PowerPoint, I was told. All right, so as more people come in here, just let them know that they need to be they need to sign into the sign-in sheet to be counted present today, as we will not be clickering. Next on the agenda is approval of Senate Journal from the previous meeting. The minutes from the previous meeting have been made available. Are there any corrections to the Senate Journal? Hearing none, the Senate Journal is approved as provided. Next, we'll move on to remarks by special guests. There are no special guests. Next, we will move on to open forum. Rule 33, Section 2 of the Senate states any student enrolled in Texas Tech University may address the Senate during the open forum on any issue. If you wish to address the Senate, please rise for recognition from the chair at this time. Hearing none, we shall move out of open forum. Next on the agenda is executive reports. We will now have reports from the executive branch. Please welcome the intern for Graduate Vice President, Hunter Robinson.
Hello all. I hope you're doing well and having a productive week. There are a few updates from the Office of the Graduate Vice President. The Graduate Student Town Hall will be hosted next Friday, 10/27, in the Sub Escondano Theater. Currently, the event is scheduled to run from about 3 to 4 p.m. or until the students run out of questions, whichever one comes first. The event is open to all students, but we will be focusing on graduate school-specific info. Ads for this event will be posted no later than next Monday, so please be sure to like, share, and repost these flyers. Next, the Regalia survey for doctorate students is still active, and we have received over 100 students. Currently, the Graduate Vice President is working with the law school to distribute these surveys to the students. And finally, the Graduate Vice President would like to extend a huge thank you to all of those who have helped with the meals with the General Vice President over the semester. It could not have been done without y'all. Over the course of the two events, we had about 400 total students split between them. Other than that, there are no further updates.
Thank you. Now, please welcome the intern for External Vice President, Kendall Hawley.
Hello guys, my name is Christian. I'm one of her interns. She just wanted to thank everyone for coming out to the Take a Kid to the Game, and then she also wants to mention Safety Week, which we have things for you guys to take up here before you leave. This is going to be a tabling event for outreach during the week. She's also going to be sending out QR codes for signups, which is for everyone involved, including FYE. The member with the most hours will receive a SGA limited edition merch. And then her final remark was the UREC Student Budget Fee Committee. If you guys have any further ideas on how we can better serve the students, send her an email for the next meeting. Thank you.
Christian. Please welcome the intern for Student Body President, Joel Rivero. The interns for Student Body President, Joel Rivero.
I'm here to give remarks on behalf of Mr. Rivero. He just wanted to say the Fall Break Committee had their first meeting yesterday. If any of you have any input for this committee, please reach out. And he said, please sign up to volunteer for one of the events during our days of service. It's an easy way to meet your service hours.
Okay, and he also wanted to say that the SGA Alumni Tailgate will be this November 18th before the TTU versus UCF game. Come out and mingle with past SGA executives. And his final remark is that Kendall has worked extremely hard on our first safety week, so please sign up and simply attend. Thank you.
Next on the agenda, we will move on to judicial reports. However, there is no judicial reports at this time. Next will be remarks from the President of the Student Senate. Please welcome the intern for IVP, Internal Vice President, Emily Sanderson.
Hey everybody, my name is John Paul. I'm battling a little bit of a cold, so excuse the voice. But Emily would like to invite everyone to sign up for Safety Week. If you haven't gotten your outreach points, it is a great chance to knock them all out in 1 week. She'd also like to say that there's only 3 Senate meetings left of the semester. This means to go through the proper legislative process. You'll need to present your required 2 action pieces at the next 2 meetings. With that being said, if you are struggling with legislation ideas, please reach out to Emily. The IVP interns have been working on a document that has a list of over 50 different legislation ideas. We can send this to you if you need it. A reminder of the faculty, staff, and Senate mixer on October 31st. This is a great opportunity to network with faculty and staff. Emily will send out an official invitation next week. If you need anything, have any questions, please reach out. Thank you.
And now, remarks from the President Pro Tempore. Hi guys. So I just wanted to first of all address, please make sure to make it to Senate meetings at least 10 minutes before. We almost didn't have quorum today, and that would have meant we couldn't get any legislation passed, and we want to make sure that we're really helping the student body here, and that starts with you guys showing up on time. So I know it's hard sometimes, but just try to make sure that you at least message that you'll be here in some form or capacity. Obviously, it's a little different today. We have a lot of different people in these seats that weren't here before, but just try to be on time to these meetings. But second, as the intern, what was your name? Oh,
John Paul.
John Paul. As John Paul said, try to make sure that you're getting those action pieces. If you need any help with any of that, please reach out. Everyone's willing to help you. Everyone on the executive team, apparently the interns as well. 50 pieces of legislation, that's a lot to come up with. So that just shows that there's a lot of work that we need done. And we want to make sure that we're really making that effort to get out there and get it going. But with that, we'll move on to routine motions and other business. Is there any motions at this time? Senator Huffman.
I rise to suspend the standing rules of the Senate that we do not have committee reports.
It's been moved and seconded by Senator Mitchell that we suspend the rules of the Senate and requiring us to read committee reports. This motion is undebatable, unamendable, and requires a 2/3 majority vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay.
Division.
Yep. All right, so we will now move into a roll call vote. So we will start from the top of the list.
I can read it if you want me to.
You got it?
Senator
Quiet in the
Alessio.
chamber. Quiet in the chamber.
Senator Alessio.
Affirm.
Senator Almosa.
Affirm.
Senator Moreno. Senator Clark.
Here.
Senator Diaz. Senator Sustak. Senator Altaba.
Senator Griffin, you're recommending.
Mr. President, I move that we take this vote by rising so that it's more accurate than by roll call. And
Point of order, roll call does need to be done to ensure everyone's point of view.
The motion is sustained. Senator Clark's motion.
Senator Buford, Senator Sinclair, Senator Adamek, Senator Ragsdale, Senator Lamb, Senator Hodges, Senator Kwan, Senator Shipp, Senator Lyons, Senator Boning, Senator Orr, Senator Blacklock, Senator Strite, Senator Bertrand, Senator Hutton, Senator Caraway, Senator Underwood, Senator Ivey, Senator Douglas, Senator Simmerman, Senator Peck, Senator Butler, Senator Carter, Senator Abdel Messa, Senator Bradford, Senator Campbell, Senator Geitswhite, Senator Grigsbell, Senator Rayo, Senator Lorenzo Franco, Senator Garcia, Senator Holmes, Senator Haddix, Senator Van, Senator Hellman, Senator Avicia, Senator Champagne, Senator Omanzane, Senator Bonwibico, Senator Smith, Senator Kitten, Senator Chilu Nwoke, Senator Agarwal, Senator Tetheth, Senator Okumu, Senator Ahoya, Senator Essere, Senator Jacoby, Senator Griffin, Senator Abura Odila, Senator Keller, Senator Barrera, Senator Huffman, Senator Mitchell, Senator Wilkinson, Senator Javid, Senator Fenns, Senator Arat, Senator Bial, Senator Panzer, Senator Wiley, Senator Vega, Senator Aur, Senator Rumsey, Senator Pogue, Senator Bentley, Senator Thurman, Senator Harris, Senator Foster, Senator Montgomery, and Senator Ramirez.
With 43 votes in favor, the ayes have it. The rules are now suspended. Moving on to first reading, Senate Resolution 59.42.
Mr. President, I rise to present Senate Resolution 59.42. May I approach the podium?
You may.
All right, hello everybody. I hope you're all doing well. So what this bill is, it is to renovate basically the furniture, tabling, everything that's within the sub, which is the particular part of the sub is called the courtyard because apparently it used to be a courtyard and it was not enclosed. We had a meeting today with Mr. Bernal. He's the director of the sub, and it's good news. All of that stuff in there is getting taken out, or is going to get taken out, and it will be renovated as well as the food court and the second and third floor of the sub. So yeah, in our bill, we just focused on the courtyard. We're planning to make an amendment to this since we had a meeting with him today, and we're going to add the rest of what the sub is. He also told us that This will happen in the 26 graduating classes time here, so that's a good note, because usually most things don't happen until we're well graduated. With that being said, Mr. President, I move to send this to all committees and put on second reading.
It's been moved and seconded by Senator Bentley that Senate Resolution 59.42 is moved to second reading and sent to all committees. This requires a simple majority. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, say nay. With that, with a majority in favor, Senate Resolution 59.42 will be put on second reading and sent to all committees. Senate Resolution 59.43.
Mr. President, I rise to present Senate Resolution 59.43. May I first put it?
You may.
Good afternoon, everybody. As you guys know, or if you didn't know, the engineering school has an amazing job fair, and it has over 300 companies every year. It's really a good job fair. But there are some of us who are in different types of engineering that do not have companies that are represented, such as if you're looking to go into the medical field, like bioengineering, which I personally am. There are not a single company usually, and sometimes there's one, that are looking for people to do bioengineering jobs. And so this bill simply states that the job fair should reach out to companies and hopefully try and fill at least 5 slots for people who are looking for the medical engineering type of jobs, and that they should hold those slots open until the last minute before they let them be filled by other companies. There's lots of like petroleum engineering, civil engineering, mechanical engineering companies that are out there that are looking to get into the job fair, but it would be nice if there's a little bit of diversity for those of us who are looking to go into things that are like bioengineering. Thank you. Mr. President, I move to place Senate Resolution 59.43 on second reading.
It's been moved and seconded by Senator Harris that Senate Resolution 59.43 be placed on second reading and sent to all committees. This motion is undebatable, unamendable, and requires a majority vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. With a majority in favor, Senate Resolution 59.43 will be put on second reading and sent to all committees. Senate Resolution 59.44.
Mr. President, I rise to present Senate Resolution 59.44. May I just get recording?
You may.
Okay. Good evening, Senators. I'm glad to be here today, and I'm glad to be talking about this Senate resolution because, to be honest, we have a lot of things to work on in regarding to South Texas. With that, if you don't know this, we have a South Texas Admission Center and Central Texas Admission Center in the same building in Central Texas. With that, if you know where Austin's at, Central Texas, it's 5 hours away from surrounding counties in South Texas, like Hidalgo County. If you don't know where that is, it's like by South Padre Island, around there. So that's 5 hours away from South Texas, okay? And then you have an increase of poverty ratings in South Texas of 30%, and it's keeping on climbing up to even bigger numbers. So with that, this resolution here is to have a type of endorsement from the student body to say that yes, we do need a South Texas Admission Center so we can get more future Red Raiders from South Texas here to West Texas and give them a lot more of a kick of how it is to be a West Texas native. So with that, Mr. President, I move Senate Resolution 59.44 onto second reading and to be sent to all committees.
It's been moved and seconded by Senator Campbell that Senate Resolution 59.44 be placed on second reading and sent to all committees. This motion is undebatable, unamendable, and requires a majority vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. With a majority in favor, Senate Resolution 59.44 will be put on second reading and sent to all committees. Senate Resolution 59.45. Senator Almosa.
Mr. President, I rise to introduce Senate Resolution 59.45. May I first put the
You absolutely may.
I'm really sorry about that, by the way. I hope you're all doing well. Today I bring before you a resolution that speaks to the heart of our academic community. It addresses the essential spaces within the chemistry building, a cornerstone for STEM education here at Texas Tech University. The chemistry building is one of the earliest buildings constructed on campus. It is where countless students forge their academic journeys. It's where lectures and laboratories come alive, where minds are shaped in chemistry and a range of critical STEM disciplines. Yet, we find ourselves facing challenges. Outdated spaces and amenities hinder the comfort and learning experiences of our students. Laboratories are in need of substantial upgrades. It is time for a transformation that matches the high standards of education we aspire to deliver as a Tier 1 research institute and as we approach our centennial year. In this resolution, we address the need to improve lecture halls, update classroom technology, modernize laboratories, enhance lighting, and address accessibility issues. With that being said, let us ensure that every student walks into a space that empowers them to learn and thrive. Therefore, I move to place Senate Resolution 59.45 on second reading and be sent to all committees.
It's been moved and seconded by Senator Ramirez that Senate Resolution 59.45 be placed on second reading and sent to all committees. This motion is undebatable, unamendable, and requires a majority vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. With a majority in favor, Senate Resolution 59.45 will be put on second reading and sent to all committees. Next on the list, Senate Resolution 59.46.
Mr. President, I rise to introduce Senate Resolution 59.46. May I approach the podium?
You may.
Okay, so hi everyone. Senate Resolution 59.46 is concerning the updated improvement of centrifuge equipment and organic chemistry laboratories. So thousands of students each year are enrolled in organic chemistry courses, and it's been brought to my attention not only from my personal experience being in laboratory, but also from students enrolled in organic chemistry 1 or 2, that the centrifuge machines are very outdated and poses risks of either results being not accurate as well as safety concerns. There's a certain technique with the centrifuge instrument where you have to keep it balanced between containers. If you don't keep it balanced, it can vibrate to the point where it falls off the table and it goes right into you, which is pretty scary. I've seen like the machine start to vibrate and it's very like anxiety inducing. So pretty much other hazards include mechanical failure, safety, imbalance in the instrument, inability to secure sample containers, contamination risks, as well as electrical hazards. So obviously it's an issue that we have outdated centrifuge machines, not only for academic concerns for including results and laboratory reports, but also safety among students. So Senator Clark, Senator Almosa, and Senator Moreno spoke with Dr. Pappas, which is the department chair of the department chair of chemistry, and he agreed that this is an issue and this is something that we can work with. So the plan is, or the ultimate goal is for students enrolled in organic chemistry courses starting fall of 2024 would have access to these new centrifuge machines and yield more accurate results and pose less safety risks within the laboratory. So with that being said, I move to place in Resolution 59.46 on second reading and sent to all committees.
It's been moved and seconded by Senator Griggs Bell that Senate Resolution 59.46 be placed on second reading and sent to all committees. This motion is undebatable, unamendable, and requires a majority vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. All those opposed, please say nay. With that, majority in favor, Senate Resolution 59.46 will be put on second reading and sent to all committees. Next on the list, Senate Resolution 59.47.
Mr. Chair, I rise to present Senate Resolution 59.47. May I approach the podium?
You may.
Thank you. Good evening, senators, as well as FYE. This piece is advocating for the installation of a bulletin board within the west wing, first floor of the chemistry building. As we all know, STEM students and other students alike are required to take general level chemistry courses, of which these courses are held within the first floor. So on any given day, the west wing will see hundreds of thousands of students walk in the halls, either waiting for their courses to begin or traveling up to the higher up labs. And so the first The closest bulletin board within the chemistry building would be at the entryway, many of which students don't use as it is not as accessible to their classrooms, or they simply just don't want to fight the doors that day because they're pretty hard to get into. And so with the addition of this board, it will allow students access to more academic opportunities such as SI sessions, career opportunities, or even the posting of things that the department are achieving that day. Upon meeting with Dr. Pappas, the chair of the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry, he did voice his support for this bill and is working towards implementing that board into the hallway as we speak. However, we did want this to see the Senate today. So, Mr. President, I move to place Senate Resolution 59.47 on second reading and sent to all committees.
It's been moved and seconded by Senator Straight that 59.47 be placed on second reading and sent to all committees. This motion is undebatable, unamendable, and requires a majority vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say nay. With a majority in favor, Senate Resolution 59.47 will be put on second reading and sent to all committees. Next on the list is the Student Government Association calendar. There is no relevant updates other than the updates provided earlier by our lovely interns. So if you have any questions, please approach them after the meeting. Next on the list will be second reading, starting with Senate Resolution 59.34.
Good evening, Mr. President. I rise to introduce Senate Resolution 59.34. May I have voice voted?
You may.
All right, good afternoon, y'all. Good to see all of y'all in here. So as we talked about in the first reading, I believe it was a week ago, 59.34 just addresses a slight issue that exists in the Urbanowski Park regarding the pickleball courts. The lights turn off at 11:45 promptly, and most of the time students are still playing at 11:45, and it forces them to sort of vacate the space. So this piece is kind of addressing the fact that we should extend the hours of the pickleball court lights and extend them to 2 a.m. So this resolution is a formal suggestion to the Director of Campus Life and the Administrator of Urbanowski Park to extend the hours until 2 a.m. So with that being said, I motion to move Senate Resolution 59.34 into third reading and final passage.
It's been seconded by Senator Mitchell that Senate Resolution 59.34 be placed on third reading and final passage. This motion is debatable, is amendable, and requires a majority vote. Is there any debate at this time? Hearing none, we will now proceed to a vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say nay. With a majority in favor, Senate Resolution 59.34 will be sent to third reading and final passage. Next on the list, Senate Resolution 59.35. Senator Mitchell.
Mr. President, I rise to reintroduce Senate Resolution 59.35.
You may.
So I introduced this piece last week. Basically, it's for the addition of ADA accessible parking, more ADA accessible parking in the Commuter West parking lot. So with the various buildings around that, I feel like that parking lot as a whole could use a few more spots. So with that, Mr. President, I move to send Senate Resolution 59.35 to third reading and final passage.
It's been moved and seconded by Senator Thurman that Senate Resolution 59.35 be moved to third reading and final passage. This motion is debatable, is amendable, and requires a majority vote. Is there any debate at this time? Hearing none, we will now proceed to vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say nay. With a majority in favor, Senate Resolution 59.35 will be sent to third reading and final passage. Next on the list, Senate Resolution 59.36. Senator Huffman.
Mr. President, I rise to reintroduce Senate Resolution 59.36. May I have first reading? Already off to a better start than last Senate session, but this is just about adding a piano to the honors dorm. I briefly went over it last week, but there isn't too much detail on this. I'm planning on taking this to RHA if and when this piece gets passed. I'm planning on taking this to RHA and putting it under SGA support instead of one student's support. So with that, I move to place Senate Resolution 59.36 on third reading and final passage.
It's been moved and seconded by Senator Shipp that we move Senate Resolution 59.36 on to third reading and final passage. This motion is debatable, is amendable, and requires a majority vote. Is there any debate at this time? Seeing none, we will now proceed to a vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. With a majority in favor, Senate Resolution 59.36 will be sent to third reading and final passage. Next on the list, we will move to our consent calendar. If you're presenting an item on our consent calendar, please approach the podium. All right, starting with Senate Resolution 59.48.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's so good to see so many smiling faces in our Senate chamber this afternoon. Senate Resolution 59.48 is congratulating the Texas Tech Jazz Studies Department on what is said to be the start of the rebirth of jazz at Texas Tech. The Jazz Department, through the generosity of Ms. Ann and Mr. Craig McDonald, received a $1 million endowment. This endowment will be invested into a conservative portfolio that will create a theoretically constant funding for the jazz program. In addition to this, they also gave a generous donation of $50,000 for immediate use for the jazz program, which will go into immediate equipment needs, new instruments, mutes and stands and risers and all this fun stuff. So this congratulates our wonderful jazz department on this wonderful new generous donation they've received.
Next on the list is Senate Resolution 59.49.
Thank you, Mr. President. 59.449 is just a resolution to congratulate two great Texas Tech archivists in our library for their recognition by the Texas Historical Record and Advisory Board, where Mr. Monte has been reappointed for the second time by the Governor Greg Abbott to serve as the chief archivist for the state of Texas, and Mr. Weaver has been recognized as the top archivist in his category. So this is just to congratulate them for their achievements.
Next on the list is Senate Resolution 59.50.
59.50 is just congratulate Professor Ram Kumar on his achievement for being inducted into the what they call the Hall of Fame for those who work with non-woven fabrics, and he's been recognized, and he's the first ever in Texas Tech to get such an honor, and we just congratulate him, as I said.
Next on the list is Senate Resolution 59.51.
Hi everyone. Senate Resolution 59.51 congratulates our very own Kendall Tully on winning Homecoming Queen, along with our very own Preston Schmidt on winning Homecoming King. So both have been very involved on campus. Kendall as a senior chemistry major, double minoring in biology and mathematics in the Honors College. She's completed research. She's received distinguishing awards on campus, such as scholarships. She's involved in numerous student organizations on campus, where she's the president of her sorority Chi Omega, and she also currently serves as our external vice president of student government and has previously served as a senator. Additionally, Preston Schmidt is a fourth generation Red Raider, and also may I note both are from Lubbock, Texas. He's a business management major. He's been involved in FYLA, served as an at-large senator. He's currently chief of staff, and he's been involved in Phi Delta Theta. So we'd just like to congratulate them on this accomplishment of being Homecoming King and Queen, along with their outstanding leadership contributions. So with that being said, I move to place Senate Resolutions 59.48 through 59.51 on third reading and final passage.
It's been moved and seconded by Senator Van that we place Senate Resolutions 59.48 and through 59.51 on third reading and final passage. As a reminder, this motion must be passed with a 100% vote. Is there any reason we need to vote on a Senate resolution separately? Hearing none, we will now proceed to a vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say nay. With 100% in the affirmative, the consent calendar has been approved. Next up on the list is announcements. Any member of the Student Government Association may make relevant announcements to the chamber. If you wish to address the Senate, please rise for recognition from the chair at this time. Senator, Javid?
You got it. Alright, hey y'all, nice to meet you. My name is Anna, and I'm a Center for Computing Sciences. I just wanted to inform y'all that the MSA is hosting a banquet alongside Islamic Relief, which is a humanitarian and development dedicated agency. And the proceeds are all fundraising going to the humanitarian crisis from the genocide in Palestine and Gaza, as well as the aftermath of some natural disasters like earthquakes in Afghanistan. So I would really encourage y'all to come. Everyone, including FYE and our senators, I highly encourage y'all to come. I can find the link to that, the tickets as well. It's hosted by Islamic Relief, which is once again a world-renowned organization, and we have a couple keynote speakers who are really big in our community. So we'd love to see y'all there, and I'd be more than happy to help y'all out in getting that ticket. So yeah.
Is there any other announcements at this time? Yes, absolutely.
Hi guys, Gino, Ryan asked if you guys could all bring your placards back and also bring back your legislation packets if you aren't going to keep them so that you can recycle them.
Also been told I'm not allowed to keep the gavel. So next on the agenda is our finale here tonight. Is there a motion to adjourn? Senator Sinclair.
Motion to adjourn the meeting.
It's been moved and seconded by Senator Bradford that we adjourn. This motion requires a simple majority. Is there any all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay.
Nay.
Division.
No.
I'm just kidding, I can't call division. This meeting is officially adjourned.